What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mac Mall back with another one. Money Team Mail in the building, you feel me? We got a special guest today, man. One of my friends, we got some history, and she got some interesting views, and we gonna talk a little bit, and we gonna see what it do. What's going on? Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Kamari. Some of you may know me as Kim. Those are two different people. If you don't know Kamari, that's a shame on you. But a lot of y'all know Kim. And
so who we interviewing today?
Whichever person you bring out today.
So it's a little bit of both, huh?
It depends. And all I ain't crazy. It's just, those are two different personalities.
She crazy, y'all. She crazy.
So before we get started, why don't you tell these people what you got going on?
All right, so I do hair. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. Let me just say that. That set me above the rest. I'm also a licensed cosmetology educator, so that sets me a little bit higher than the rest. Sorry. I'm a cool person, one son, overall just great person. That's all I really do. I do hair and I like teaching, and I'm a people person.
Okay, so I used to work in your shop. Obviously, we got a lot of history. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into that.
Shucks.
But do you plan on opening another shop?
Absolutely not. The next thing I want to open is a school, actually.
School. Okay.
You gonna be one of the teachers at your school?
I'm going to be a teacher, director.
An
I'm going to play every
educator.
role. An educator, every role.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what's the capacity like? What you looking small, or how many people you want to teach jumping off the porch?
I mean, I would like for it to be big, but realistically, starting off, it will be small because I won't be able to accept financial aid, and we all know school it's expensive right now. Cosmetology schools run about $25,000 per person, and I know people don't have that type of money. So, in order to receive financial aid, a lot of people don't know that'll take about 5 to 10 years, depending if you have all your ducks in a row. You have to basically prove that you have a good enrollment rate, you have a good graduation rate. You're worth the government helping you with some money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what area are you from?
So I am from Oak Park. I grew up and played outside in Maywood and Bellwood throughout my teenage years.
So you went to OPRF?
I went to OPRF and graduated, yep.
They had all the pretty girls.
Hence.
Listen how y'all.
Yeah, yep. That's my area.
So you actually, did you grow up in Maywood and just went to school in Oak Park, or you actually stayed in Oak Park?
I lived in Oak Park, but my mama wouldn't let me go nowhere. So I had to go to my granny house, and most people, some people might say, oh, she from Maywood, she off 18th. And no, I'm not. I went to school, and my actual address was in Oak Park. My dad's side of the family, they're from Maywood, so that's
you got
how.
ties to both sides.
Yeah, I got ties to both sides.
So how was it for you growing up?
Man, I had fun. I had so much fun. I was only child from my mom for 9 years. So my dad had other kids, but we didn't grow up together. So I felt like an only child. So I had everything. Sometimes it would be boring. I like going to people's house who had a porch, and we can sit on it, and it's a million people. Because at my house in Oak Park, that didn't happen. My granny house, I can go wander off the porch, and if my mama called, my granny stood on the porch, yelled my name, and I came running, and she told I was on the porch. That's what grandma's house was. So.
For sure, the granny house.
So basically, did you come from a two-parent household, or?
No, I didn't.
Were you close to your dad, though?
Yeah, but for the most part, until he got, incarcerated. But they still took me to see him, so it wasn't like, oh, no, she can't go. No, I went. Every time somebody went, I typically went. That's how it was. We went from taking the little vans, little, community bus, whatever may have you, or whoever, was gonna drive and pick us up from my granny house.
So, go ahead.
How old was you when he got locked up?
I think I was about 4. I think I was about 4 years old.
How long was he? He still locked up, or how long was he?
No, he out.
No, I know. I'm just saying for the.
I think he did 22 and a half.
22 and a half years?
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Wow. So he was pretty much gone your whole life?
Majority of it, yeah. But like I said, I still saw him. It wasn't.
Stayed in touch with him.
Yeah, we still went and saw him. That was it. I remember even going to the Fed building downtown. Like, we still saw him all the way up until when he was in East Moline. steal songs. So it was, not in the household, but it was like, okay, you know who your daddy is. It's not a secret where I'm at, none of that type of stuff.
Right. So did it have an effect on you, not having a father? Did you have a father figure in your life?
I can't say that it did because me and my uncle, we're 9 years apart. I call my uncle for everything. Everybody else wanted to step in and be, an uncle or a cousin. My mama made sure I had everything. Like, I did not miss a beat in life at all. Had the best education. I went to the All-Star game when I was in high school, senior trip, Disney World. Like, I didn't miss a beat. And, yeah, my mom got married when I graduated out of 8th grade. So, her husband was around. But other than that, like...
How was your relationship with him?
Oh, it was cool. I'm one of them people where, let's say, trying to see how can I put it, like, it was cool. It was just, it was cordial that I call him Dad. No, I refer to him as my mom's husband because I know who my daddy is.
Yeah,
did he take care of me? Of course he did. He was there. He was married to my mama. We lived in a house in Oak Park. Then we moved to a house in Elmhurst once I graduated out of high school. So I still was afforded a nice life.
So you had your son at what age? How old were you?
I had him 2 weeks before I turned 19.
So you was out of high school?
I was out of high school once I had him. I was.
And because we're going to get into this later, but I wanted to ask you, were you a single mother?
Yes. Yes, I was a single mother because his father and I was not together. Mm-hmm. But actually, I had got a boyfriend when I was 5 months pregnant. Sounds crazy. I know you remember Pages. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was with my mom, her friends. I'm sitting there, we eating. I'm 5 months pregnant. The waitress comes over and she's like, "It's a guy over there. He's checking you out. He says, he wants to buy you a drink." And I'm like, "No, I'm cool. I'm not gonna have a drink." And so the ladies at the table like, "Wait a minute." They would pick the pregnant person at the table, to buy a drink or whatever. But one thing led to another. We got to talk and realized he had graduated from Oak Park also. As I was coming in, he had graduated out, and we became jam tight. And like, when I say he was there, he was the first one to feel him kick. He took me everywhere with him. So I had a boyfriend. He wanted to sign Kendrick's birth certificate and everything, but my mom, she was like, "No." And I think it was primarily because Kendrick dad is from the streets. He had money. The boyfriend that I had at the time, he was a college student playing basketball, but he wanted to play that family role, wanted to sign the birth certificate. I had a C-section with him. He's like, "Can you guys come over, take care of you and the baby? I want to learn how to do these things." He had all these plans, but my mom was like, "No, that's not his baby. Stick with his daddy." I'm like, dang, whatever. So my mom didn't let me bring Kendrick around him until he was about 6 months. And did it take an effect on the relationship? Absolutely. Because it's like you feeling as a man, I guess, like, dang, I'm not good enough. I'm trying to do all the right things, but y'all will pick a street guy who's not even present over me. So that's how that went.
So how was the relationship with his dad? If you met somebody at 5 months, so y'all just kind of like broke it off when you got pregnant? So like, what was
Pretty
it?
much, and I think it's primarily, I was 18, he was 27. It was a big age gap. I did lie and tell him I was 24, so that was on me, Then I told him how old I was, but I didn't know. Huh?
Kid was special.
Whatever,
That's all. Free him.
I did find out after Kendrick was born, he had a brother 3 months younger than him. The other baby mamas, they're all older than me. I'm the youngest. She's like, "Oh, I knew you was pregnant. There was another girl pregnant, but she got an abortion." I'm like, "Well, damn, ain't nobody include me on the conversation." You know what I'm saying? So people know about me, but I didn't know what was going on. Because I'm one of them, I don't care. Half the time, I don't care. I'm out of sight, out of mind. You don't want to do what you're supposed to? All right, cool. I ain't going to pressure you. It is what it is.
So he's not in Kendrick's life at all?
No, he's actually deceased. Kendrick's father died when he was 12. Yeah.
Due to the streets?
No, he actually had MS, multiple sclerosis. So that took over him, and he passed that way.
Okay. So growing up as a single mother, was it challenging for you?
Not for me because I had a support system. I do say sometimes my story is not like most. I had Kendrick when I had a C-section. At 5 weeks, I was back working because I'm one of them people, and you could call it prideful. I'm not going to ask nobody for nothing. I already knew that, listen, this was my baby at the end of the day. Can't make nobody do what they don't want to do. And I can't stand nobody saying, oh, I did this for you. So I made sure I did what I needed to. Couldn't nobody say they had to buy Pampers, they had to buy milk, they had to do nothing. Daycare on top of it. But I had family who was like, nope, we gonna watch him. We're going to watch him. You don't have to worry about that. I paid my,
Take some of the load off.
Yeah. So it was easy for me being young with Kendrick, but I've always been such a old soul. I knew exactly what I had to do. And I think this lady, I'm not going to say her name, I think this lady who, she's from the city or whatever, and she like, listen, I'm going to tell you one thing. You got this baby by this dude from K-Town. That's your baby. You cannot make him do nothing. Just understand that. And this was before I had Kendrick. So I was already, having that mentality of, I got to take care of my baby regardless. And I told his daddy, regardless to what you do or don't do, my son will never know what it's like not to have. And I always kept that promise. School came around. I'm going to ask you one time, maybe twice. I need school supplies. School clothes. He didn't have to wear uniform because he went to school in Oak Park also. One or two times, that's all you get out of me. You don't get it, it's going to get got. It's going to get got. So me, it was a little easy.
Okay, so you're a single mother at what? You said 20?
19.
19. Mm-hmm. Okay, so at what point did you decide that you wanted to own your own business?
I grew up in the salon. I eventually moved to Dallas. I was in Dallas, and I ended up coming back. And I was like, dang. I can't come back and just be doing the same thing. To me, that just sounded crazy.
Did you go to Dallas for school?
No, I just wanted a different scene.
Oh, okay.
Just wanted something different.
By yourself, no family?
Mm-hmm. I had no family. I had friends that I grew up with in Maywood. These are what I call my first friends. They moved down there, their whole little family went down there, would visit a lot. Then I'm like, I'm going to move. And I up and moved. But when I came back to Chicago, I was like, I got to do something different. Yeah, I'm going to still do hair. I lost, a lot of my clientele that I had here once I moved to Dallas. But when I came back, people were coming back. And my thing was, I got to do something. I'm a person of elevation. So each year, I got to do something. It's big to me. It might be small to the next. And I was like, I got to get this salon. I moved back to Chicago with like $200 in my pocket. I lived with my mama. I gave her $100 in link. I told her I wasn't giving you no cash. Your bills going to remain what they are, whether I'm here or not. So I'm contributing to food. You can buy whatever you want to. I still got to buy groceries. So, you know what I'm saying? You got $100 for yourself, and then whatever I buy. I took a job at DD's Discount as a store lead. Then they demoted me, I guess you would say, because I had never worked there before, to a stock lead, which was better because I didn't know how to run the floor. Every check I got from there and all the money I made from the salon, I started putting into getting any licensing that I would need to open a salon. So creating, the EIN, getting registered with the state. Every dollar I got, I put towards that. I didn't even have a car. I was Ubering to my salon until I got to where I needed to be. And then my mom was like, that's so stupid. Why would you go get a salon? You don't even have a car. You haven't found somewhere to live. This is going to afford me to get a car, get my own place, which it eventually did. But nobody saw my plan the way I saw it. I felt like, what other way to come up than living with your mama? You ain't going to put me out. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make it count for what I was doing by not giving her any money, only giving her the $100 in link.
So what made you want to do hair? Who inspired you?
I grew up in a salon.
From who, like your mom? Or
so my aunt, she worked in a salon. She worked for the same person for like over 15 years. And she would take me to work with her. And so, I just grew up seeing people do hair. I always spent time in a salon with her. And it just became second nature. I have a little book where, like when we would graduate out of 6th grade per se in Oak Park, they have the little yearbook. And I was voted most likely to be a cosmetologist. They didn't say hairstylist. They had to say it the correct way. And I was in 6th grade. It was just destined. I always was interested. I learned how to braid at an early age. My mama taught me how to braid. I always curl it down.
So when you got the salon, did you want to own the salon more, or did you just want to have your own place?
I think it was the accomplishment of owning my own salon.
That was your drive to get it?
Yeah, that was just to have it. I didn't set a time. I didn't say, oh, I want to do this and evolve to that. Mm-hmm. I got the salon. Whether I had it for 2 months or 3 years, I had a salon.
Definitely.
See, and that's exactly how I felt when I so like what made me transition over was I was paying so much in booth rent and I was making a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, cutting hair. So I felt like I could own my own shit. At the time I was working for a lady, and she was just so fucking, you know, she was just getting on my damn nerve a lot.
Right, I
you
was
know
gonna say, I don't know, but go ahead, tell me.
No, so she was getting on my nerve a lot, man, and I didn't understand why, right? At the time when I was a worker, it had pissed me off because that she would always nag me about shit. But then she forced me to get my own shop. And when I got my own shop, and I had to be the motherfucker running everything, I see why she was like she was.
Now you see what
because
the nags was for.
by me being a soldier in the field, quote unquote, a barber, I bond with the other people that work there all the time. So I see what they like, what they don't like. Mm-hmm. And as a person working amongst people, and you want to own your own shop, you like, you know, I could be a cool boss. I could I hear what they saying, so I could be everything they need. You know what I'm saying? So when I opened my shop, it was the fucking hangout. Yeah. Instead of it being a business, it was a fucking hangout, just like that. You know what I'm saying? And it was just terrible. I tried it for so many years. I actually had 3, 4 shops, some shit like that, but it was a lot, man. Like real shit. It was a lot being a boss.
It is a lot. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot of work. I think it's more mental than anything.
It definitely is.
You build bonds, you have fun, but it's like a mental strain, helping people understand the difference between work and personal. You got a lot of people who personally are great people, but when it comes to work and business relationships, that's when stuff starts going south. I tell people the worst thing you can do is hire people, you know, all your friends, shall I say, because they're going to feel like, well, why, you know, I'll pay you when I pay you. Or, you know, they don't take it as serious as if they went to a salon where they didn't know the people.
That's absolutely
They're going to pay on time.
Right. And see, I had just sort of like that, but it wasn't the workers. They would pay me. Like I was making damn good money off them. They would pay me all the time. Mm-hmm. My problem was the people that I knew. I'm so cool with everybody. Everybody felt like, oh, this mall shop, we can do what the fuck we want to do because the mall my man type shit. Mm-hmm. And it would be all kinds of bullshit going on. And not only that, to be totally honest with you, people always ask me why you don't get another shop. And the reason why I don't is because it's less headache to just pay your booth rent.
Because I showed you, why you won't get your...
No, because I don't want to be... Because here's the thing.
You can get one by yourself. You can have one big old spot.
You don't want to have a headache.
No, I don't want the headache. I just want to pay my booth rent and go on. I want to be responsible for that little area, clean that little area up, and I'm gone. And the reason why I say that is this, because I've been on both sides of the spectrum when it comes to having a shop. Mm-hmm. I've had a decent shop, and it was full. I had maybe 6, 7 motherfuckers, a nail tech, all that. I was making about, I want to say I was bringing in about... I want to say $2,200-$2,300 a week off that motherfucker, mm-hmm. and my rent was only $1,000 plus the other little bill. So plus I got to keep my money.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I was making good money, but it came to a point where this is what people don't understand when it comes to running the shop. It is hard to get a bunch of people to work together and get a loan for a long period of time. Because as an owner, you're banking that everybody gets a loan, mm-hmm. so you'll make money. But what happens in my situation, mm-hmm. I had a barber.
Customers talking to each other.
You feel me? So this is in the era where all this op shit starts kicking off and shit, and certain niggas didn't fuck with certain niggas' customers. That was a problem. Then I had a barber. He want to fuck my nail tech and fuck my stylist. They got into it. You feel what I'm saying? Now everybody start leaving because don't nobody want to be in this.
Everybody uncomfortable.
You feel what I'm saying?
He whooped one of his workers. All types of shit.
Man, that was an unfortunate situation.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, because he did some fuck shit. We ain't gonna talk about it, but he definitely did some fuck shit. But it's all good. But yeah, it's hard to get. And then on top of that, you got to think that out of every group, somebody is gonna want to be their own boss sometimes. So even if you find somebody who's able to pay booth rent and they got good clientele and they never had a shop and been where I've been, they gonna have the same fire me and you had. I want to own. I want to be a boss. So that's another reason they'll leave. So
let me wait a minute. Let me tell you something. I just had to tell somebody about that. People don't understand that technically, when you work in somebody else's salon and you're paying booth rent, you are your own boss.
Yeah, for sure.
You are a boss within someone's entity. But what it is you have to respect that you are your own boss. You can still have your own brand, but you're in somebody else's establishment.
Right.
That's where people mess up. And I think they misunderstand. When you have an owner and you're in their establishment, you can do what you want to a certain extent that does not feel disrespectful to that owner. Once people get that understood, then they good to go. But nobody's trying to take your shine. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to tell you you're not a boss. So y'all just remember, when you working in somebody else's stuff, nobody trying to take your shine, but you are in their establishment and you have to follow rules.
Yeah, and a lot of people got a problem with that title, because point I'm trying to make is, so I did an interview with Von off 1700. I don't know if you know him. He's
Absolutely
one of the young little upcoming rappers. He just got a lot of motion, right?
Good
His
job.
mama used to work in my shop.
Oh.
So in one of the interviews, I can't remember, I just saw the comment yesterday or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
One of the interviews, I looked at the comment and some girl commented like, yeah, she didn't work for you. She rented a booth in your shop. And I'm like, that's still the same thing. Technically, no, she paying me, but she's still working in my shit. So that's like super goofy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to make that a point, really?
I mean, you got some people that's like that, and you gotta lead them where they at.
Well, yeah, I ain't respond. It was actually funny to me. I ain't feel no way about it, but it's just crazy how people let words and shit make them feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So like,
That's the main reason people feel some type of way over what you say.
yeah, but all I said was his mama
I
used
ain't
to work
work
in
for
my.
you. We work together.
Well, it was my
Not even
shop.
that.
She rented a booth
It
for
wasn't
me,
even-
so it was like,
what was that was how long ago? What was even the purpose?
No, I'm just saying, you know how people feel.
I know, I'm just saying.
I mean, if the roles would have been reversed, I wouldn't have felt no way about it. I mean, if somebody say, I worked in your shop. Yeah, I worked in that shop. I mean,
baby,
it's
listen,
not a big of a deal.
people
for me to
told
act
me
like
that I worked
I'm
in
my
your
own
shop.
boss. You feel me?
I was told I worked in your
that
shop.
ain't how
Whatever.
They took it. They took it as if you used to work for me.
Everybody worked for somebody. Even
Everybody
the girl
work for
they
somebody.
commented got a job. She worked for somebody.
Yeah.
So like, I don't understand. That's what I'm
They
saying.
goofies.
It's just over petty for no reason. It's just
Sometimes it's okay because I've had people say, "Oh, you work in mall shop?" Yeah.
So I want to ask
Yeah.
you. So how did y'all meet?
So when I had opened up my salon, I was in there by myself from April to December, and the week of Christmas, I got a call from Chris. R.I.P. Chris. He called me. He said, "Hey,
That's the gay dude.
hey, that's Chris.
I apologize. No, that's my mama.
That's the one that passed.
Yeah,
yes.
that's my mama, like best friend. I know him. They
Right.
real
So
cool.
he was the one who called me, and he's like, "Hey,
R.I.P. buddy.
you
He
got
OD'd or
some,
something, right?
huh?"
He OD'd or something.
I
right?
don't know the
Yeah, R.I.P. buddy,
actual
he was
cause
cool.
of death, but he asked did I have any booths available. I was like, "Well, how many?" He was like, "Well, it's me, it's Robin, and it's a barber named Jamal." And I was like, "Oh, okay." He was like, "And possibly a nail tech." And then the other lady who came with you guys, who just would come maybe 1 or 2 days out the week. I don't remember.
Jasmine?
No, there was an older lady.
Oh.
But anywho, I was like, "Okay, cool. You know, that's fine." He was like, "Well, we finna," I was like, "When you trying to start?" He's like now, like, can we come, within the next day or two? And I'm like, "Oh, no problem." And that's how that started.
Oh, that's what's up.
So it was like a Christmas gift. Everybody came in one. I went from having a salon with just myself to now
Speaking of
it's
which,
all
what's
of
the
us.
sound out?
and you know what was that situation?
I know what I heard.
What was it on your end? How
I
did
heard
y'all
it was
meet?
I heard it was a flammable
'Cause there's two sides
situation.
to every story.
Well, yeah. So
It was
so
real
the
hot in there.
shop I was working in,
Where you was at this time? Before you went to, I don't remember.
I was on 16th and Roosevelt at this girl.
The one that burnt down?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's
yeah.
where we was at.
Oh yeah.
You know. So what happened was this. So okay,
it
so
out.
I met her through a mutual friend. It was her cousin,
Uh-huh.
and she said that she's looking for some barbers and shit. And I was looking to move out of the city. This was my first time moving out the city. This was when I was like, you know what, I'm done with that shit. I'm going to the burbs. I'm done fucking with the city, right? That's after I closed my shop down. So when she introduced us, she was like, yeah, so I'm looking for a barber, whatever. And I didn't know that I was moving into some bullshit. Her and her guy had some shit going on that I ain't had nothing to do with. You feel me?
Okay.
I come in the shop to work. This nigga think me and her fucking around.
So wait, was y'all?
No, hell no. Fuck no. No, hell no. That's what I'm saying. They was already so. It was an issue where, you know, she said, you know, she had never had no barbers before, so, you know, he was maybe a little controlling or whatever their situation was.
But if he was a scrub, it would have been cool.
Well, I don't know. All I'm saying is when I came there for business. I didn't know that they had pre-existing bullshit going on. They had shit to do with
And
me.
you jumped right in the middle.
And I jumped right in
Can
the
I
middle.
ask you a question? Was her husband or guy, whoever, as physically fit as yourself?
I mean, he wasn't fat. He was in shape. He was a skinny dude. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Was he older or anything? Do you
Was
feel
he
I
like
think we was about the same age.
You know what she asking? Was he a scrub?
I don't
could
know
he
what
have
that man
felt
had going on,
intimidated?
man. I don't know. All I'm
He's
saying,
been questioned before.
no, I don't know what he was feeling. All
He
I
know how to act.
Man,
He
look.
said, hey, you want to,
Listen.
hey, he the one I'm going down with. You see, he don't know nothing.
He's-
I'm riding
he's
with him.
giving, you
Look,
know.
I'm
He's
just
giving
totally being
open-ended
honest
answers.
because here's the thing. I remember that day like it was yesterday, right?
We
How
all
long
She-
did it last? That shot.
What? Shit, it wasn't that long. Maybe less than a year. Maybe I can't really remember. It's been so fucking long ago, but it wasn't that long.
It's been 3 years, but all right, come on.
No, I ain't been no goddamn
Yes,
3
it
years.
has.
Literally,
No, it ain't been no damn 3 years. I was,
How long were you at my salon?
When did he move in your salon?
remember
And
what year?
in 2019.
That's, yeah,
Right.
so it's been 5 years. They ain't that long.
Could be some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be.
December of 2019.
Okay, so
Yeah.
back to the story though. So what happened after he found out?
Well, no. So that day, I remember what happened, right? So, you know, they had issues or whatever, and she like, "Fuck this nigga, I'm going out," type shit. You know what I'm saying? And she got dressed up at the shop, had her little homies come up
She
there.
got dressed at the shop.
Well, yeah. I mean, she brought. I guess she hid her clothes or whatever.
Was she extra nice to you when you came in?
I mean, I paid my boo rent. Of course, she gonna be nice. What the fuck?
But
no.
you had nothing to do with the problem though.
No, hell no. Me and her was strictly business.
Do
It
you
wasn't
think she
nothing.
created a false situation to her husband?
I don't know what the fuck she did. I didn't have nothing to do with nothing.
I'm just trying to, figure
all
this
I
out too.
know is that, goddamn it, she went out that night to the club or some shit and left her car at the shop. And this goof ass nigga thought she was with me. He came up to the shop and set all my shit on fire.
How you know she went to the club?
Oh wait, so
you got a lot
when
of
the car on
details.
fire, he
No,
saw
because she
your-
was up there drinking and shit. She was giving us the fuck this nigga vibe. I'm finally single shit. You know how y'all
Yeah.
be. You
So
feel me?
wait.
So I'm
That,
going off how
exactly.
she
I
acting.
know how we could be,
So
so,
the fire
I'm
in-
trying to figure
the
out what
fire
she
in the
doing,
shop
what we
started
do.
off your equipment. Started off all your stuff.
No, so the next day, one of the girls in the shop called me and said the shop had got caught on fire and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking everybody's shit burnt up, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm at the gym.
Yours had a smoking good
Right, I'm thinking everybody's shit burnt
Like
up.
the whole
So-
shop gone type.
right, you feel me? So, Sade, she called me and said, Jamal, they say only your shit burnt up.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, man. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? So I called.
You was a targeted victim.
That's
So-
like the Vegas trip. I mean the Cali trip. I was just
Yeah, like,
Oh yeah,
that's what I was just gonna say.
you always being targeted.
this shit crazy as hell. So I called the person who owned the shop. I called her like, man, what happened? I heard only my shit got burnt up. And she was like, she acting all weird and
So
shit
she
like
didn't
she
give you
didn't
a
want to tell
courtesy
me.
call to let you know.
No, I asked her. She said she's still
But
trying to
I'm-
figure shit
I'm-
out.
I'm
At this
asking.
point, I don't know what's going on. I just heard the shit burn up, and motherfuckers say possibly all my shit got burnt up.
I'm
and
just
nobody
saying,
else's.
but if the salon had caught on fire, at what point was she gonna just let the whole team know, like, listen, y'all, how come everybody knew?
They probably-
Plan, you gotta
Yeah.
come together, have the finances. I don't care how much you like her. Like you said, that finance gotta be in order because all that shit gonna go out the door when she start, yelling and fussing and screaming out of
Not even
frustration.
that. When the kids grow up to get 16, 17, it's like nigga, you ain't my daddy.
Well,
Yeah,
you
now
know,
you- I've been
and I
telling
feel
you
like,
since
you know
I
what I'm,
was
to
9.
me,
On top of that, God forbid she don't have a piece of shit baby daddy where the kids need something and the baby daddy on some bullshit and she can't afford it.
I feel like this is just my opinion.
That's what happened with one of my
And
friends.
some can say, yeah, I should have it or not, but I don't care. I feel like if you, as a woman, if you get you a great man and he's willing to help you financially take care of your kids and y'all have come together and you know you got an ain't shit baby daddy, I'm sorry, he shouldn't be a factor at all. That's my opinion. And I'm going to say this because if you come in as a man and start taking over his responsibilities, why should he have a say-so in anything? Why are y'all even talking? If the kid old enough to call your daddy. I don't need to talk to your daddy. I got somebody who stepped up and has taken on your responsibility. I don't have nothing to say to you.
But it's not always financial because, like, I know, like, I had a
Well, I'm
friend
speaking
who was
finances.
in that situation who his daddy, you know what I'm saying, wasn't the best daddy, but the finances wasn't the problem. So, you know what I'm saying?
Because and honestly, I would take a man that he wants to be in his child life so bad. He know he don't have the finances, but he gonna pick that baby up. He's gonna do and make memories. Kids don't remember money. Yeah, we need money, but kids don't remember money.
No,
If I know that my child's father is coming to get my child every week at every performance, at everything, but just don't have the money like that, all I can do is respect that you taking the time to help raise this kid. But yeah, we do need the money, but the memory is gonna outweigh the money any day.
So it's like, I just feel like it should be a business plan set together for y'all to be able to establish a household.
Absolutely.
Because my thing is this: you live by yourself, right?
Yeah, me and my son.
Okay, you live by yourself, so you pay all your own fucking bills,
Yes.
right? If you had a man to say, you know what, I'll move in your place and I'll take half of that burden from you, is that not good enough?
No, that's great because hell, I was doing it all by myself. Thanks.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
Why
that's
is
me.
But why is that not good enough for these females?
Okay, that's cool right there. But see, do he still get treated as the man in the household, or is he getting treated like, nigga, I pay half, so nigga, you make half the dinner?
But
Like,
that's
that's the
how-
problem, because that's where the problem comes. It's not that a lot of females won't go half. It's that nigga, I'm not the man no more because you ain't pay all the rent. I had to give you half, didn't I? So you half the man, nigga. So talk to me later.
Again, those are the characteristics of those type of people. Because I feel like again, in my opinion, I feel like any great man if he came into my house, it's just me, him, and then it's my son. He's definitely probably going to pay more than half, just because it's not a lot that we got to deal with.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you already I feel like if you coming in the door and you making it okay, I'm only giving you, $250. This is all you're gonna get. Then you already setting yourself up for a failure. Because guess what? What if y'all are both on she's on an hourly pay rate, or you on a salary, whatever. Somebody's making more money than the other, right? And if you're hourly, what if the hours were short, and I don't have my half based on my,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be fussing at me like, well, we said half, and that's your fault? You know what I'm saying? You got some petty MFers like that, and I feel like those are the people who need somewhere to stay. They gonna go back and forth, but they gonna stick to that 50-50. No, it should be about how you treat the person. And I tell people all the time, you treat a person right based on how they like to be treated, not on what you think. Based on how they like to be treated, you'll never have to ask for anything. You won't have to. It don't make sense, right?
Go ahead.
No, I was finna say it don't make sense to me because it just seems like a lot of women just don't appreciate or even know what a good man is. Because if you think about today, and I'm just talking about today's time, remember back when we were younger, how the respectable jobs was if a nigga said I work for the CTA, I'm an electrician, I'm a plumber, I'm a contractor. Shit like that was respectable. If a nigga had a city job, if he was a police or some shit like that, those are respectable jobs. Now that's not good enough for these
They
women.
actually are. I'm gonna tell you why they not good enough is because people are without knowledge. You want somebody that's dressed sharp, head to toe, with no pension, no 401. You looking at what's in front of you. That man that is a police officer works for the city, they got a pension. So once they done clocking in, they have money they can live off of. You know what I'm saying? So people are not knowledgeable on what's a good man. But you can't want to be a bad bitch and a housewife. Y'all have two different values. You have two different goals. A housewife ain't outside twerking. She's not wearing shorts up her booty hole unless that's something her husband likes and it's okay when you go out with it. But as a woman, for real, like when you respect your husband, you're not even gonna feel that comfortable.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Unless you like
I
some
feel
type
like-
of celebrity type that come out like that already. But as you evolve into that type of person, you gonna kind of start simmering down.
Definitely.
But if you still trying to, you know what I'm saying, hang with him and his friends, you know, you ain't ready. You're not ready for a good man. You're just ready for a fun time.
Yeah, it'd be like that because what women don't know is that the man that they want, the good man that's the provider and the emotionally stable man, he is not looking at the women with their ass out.
No, he's not even in that club with you.
No, he's not in the club.
He might have popped out, looked a little awkward, ready to go.
Yeah.
In the corner.
Yeah, they
Or even if he is fly, he just came in, got a drink.
Right.
I ain't trying to be here. I'm finna go home. This
Exactly.
ain't my,
yeah, you
this
feel
ain't
me?
even my scenery.
It's
That's
there
how I
for a
feel.
good
I
time.
don't fuck around with them clubs no more because there ain't nothing in there. I mean, the same girls that's in the clubs I can meet on Facebook, Instagram. You feel, I don't even have to go no goddamn well. All you gotta do is have clout these days.
Really?
You ain't gotta hide shit, just
You ain't
clout.
gotta have
He gonna
nothing going
DM her
on.
to the death.
You feel me? They look on my page. Oh damn, he got 90,000 followers. Damn, who is you? Like I'm just a regular dude. That,
The regular,
you know what I'm
schmegular.
saying? So yeah, this new generation, they drawing off that type of shit.
We in
man.
a
It's
social
crazy.
media world. This is how, you know, people validate their life, you
Yeah, this
know,
all regular
by
niggas
how
is
many likes they
messed up
get
politicians.
and being everything that they're not. So, like I tell people, everything we see on social media is edited. You see the edited lifestyle of everybody. You don't never see the trials and tribulations, just the edited parts of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's all it is. You
Yeah,
ever seen
always
somebody
the
and
good
all
part.
you know they fine as hell on the internet. You catch them in Walmart, they look like yesterday last night.
Yeah, obviously
Definitely.
people
I'll be
just
like,
post their
damn.
good shit.
Like, girl, what filter was that?
So
It
I
was
want to know
cute.
this coming from a woman, right? What does a good man look like to you?
My own personal perspective. I can't speak for all women. I can only speak for me.
Yeah, I said for you. How does it look
For
you?
me, established, well-rounded, family-oriented, has a great relationship with his mom, takes care of his business, pretty much don't care what anybody else says or thinks of him. That is a good man to me that knows how to conduct himself in any setting. If he got to turn up, he know how to turn up. If he got to go to the boardroom, he know how to go to the boardroom. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no punk, but he don't talk a lot either. You know what I'm saying? He's more observant than talkative. Also, well-groomed, knows how to communicate verbally, emotionally, and physically. You know what I'm saying? Get you, and I understand it has to get to that point where you can open up to a person, but to me, that's a great man and a provider. But he gonna naturally provide once you got all that stuff.
What's an ideal salary for you and when it comes to a man?
Ideal salary is as long as you can maintain your bills. I mean,
So you okay with a man making 50,000 a year?
if he can make 50,000 a year and still have the necessities, his own place, a car, you know what I'm saying, have those things, he's not, you know, hollering, man, I ain't got it, man, I need someone. A turn off is a nigga study talking about what he don't got.
Well, I mean, thing about it is different levels to provider, right? Because
Right.
a man can be not as financially stable as one other, but okay, put it like this:
He might know
Are
how to
you
budget.
willing? If all he can afford to provide is a studio apartment in a garden suite somewhere, are you okay with staying there?
Like,
Or do you gotta
the
have a
motel,
nice
garden suite type
2-3
place?
bedroom
Like
town,
just for instance, he only could pay $1,000 a month for rent.
okay,
which is
but-
normally not a good place.
and he can maintain the rest of his bills.
Yeah, I'm saying if that's all, if that's all he can say, you know,
Yeah.
he don't have a townhouse, he don't have a condo, you know, he live in probably Roseland or some shit in a fucked up ass neighborhood.
I'ma say this,
but
if-
he can afford to live there.
If he can afford to live where he live and he keep his shit nice and tight and right and he's just on top of his stuff, he don't have a lot of money, but he know how to manage what he has, then I'm okay with that. Because at the end of the day, that's your money until we married. That's your money. That ain't mine. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, because you don't have X amount of dollars, I can't deal with you. Now, long term, if you don't have any goals that you're reaching, then no, we can't, because I'm a goal setter. You can't be, you know what I'm saying, very
ain't got it right
stagnant.
now, but what you gonna
You
have
ain't got to
tomorrow?
have it right now, but what's your plan to get it? And how are you executing that plan? That's it.
So before we get out of here, I want to ask you, Do you believe that a woman can be a wife if she hasn't been taught to be one?
Yes, I believe you can. And I'm going to tell you because I wasn't taught to be a wife. But based on situations I've been through, and I can say the majority of my friends are married. I talk to my married friends that I've been married for 10 plus years on relationships. You just have to figure out what works for you and that person. There is no cut and dry way to be a wife or to be a husband. It's what works for y'all. You know what I'm saying? You might want certain qualities in your wife, and he might want different ones. It doesn't mean that neither one of y'all got a bad wife. It's just based on what you like. I might have been taught to treat a man this way, and that man might not like none of the shit that I done did. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in different times, so yeah. It still be a wife.
You gotta just learn your person.
Yeah, you just have to learn your person. I think people got that bad. They don't know how to learn the person. They figure, well, I done did everything right. She still don't. But did you do it according to what she like?
You did everything she like, not
No.
what she like.
Everything you like and not what she like, and then there's vice versa. You keep doing what you think he want because you seen this on Instagram, social media stuff. Nah,
Yeah,
he
but
don't like that.
and this is why I said I had a lot of kickback when I had said that I wanted a woman that's teachable. And they was making it seem like I was trying to be controlling and shit, but I was saying, like, if you're not teachable, how can I take you serious? Because I have to teach you how to like me, how to love me.
Right.
Because all you know how to do is love the last nigga you was with. You don't know what I like. So are you teachable enough for me to show you what I like and able to listen and execute? That's what I meant.
All I'm gonna say is, what woman don't want to be able to learn from her man?
A manly woman.
And that's just what it is. You can't. You know. You got
I don't
the.
think it be what he be saying. It just be how.
It's
he
probably
say it.
him.
It's always how he say. He don't know how to say it the way that people want to hear it. He say it the way.
Right,
it
but
sound
see,
like
people
a
say they
ruler.
want it real. Just keep it 100
You
with
can
me.
say
I'll
it
be
real,
it
but
one.
you don't gotta say it like that.
How? If I'm being real, I'm saying it how I want to say it. So I'm being real.
It's just- it's
if
just
I
the-
say
it's
it
the
how you want it,
directness.
I'm not being real.
You know, he's direct with things.
Two different ways.
Yeah,
But we got
that's
the
it.
same message approach.
Yeah, but the thing about it is your life experiences taught you to the point where this is how you speak. Her life experiences taught her this is how she communicate, and vice versa. So from my perspective, see, this is why I say I'm a little older, so I was raised a little different. When they was raising me, the shit that go on now, this is what we had to deal with. The shit that turns y'all sideways. Like when a motherfucker yell and whoop y'all ass, y'all get resentful. We had to take that shit. Mama used to whoop my ass and cuss me the fuck out, and she didn't give a fuck how I took it. I better listen, or she gonna beat my ass again. Now these kids, you say that shit, now they fuck my daddy, fuck my, you feel me? They get resentful.
You gotta figure one
So
out.
with that
you
being
gotta
said,
age with the times.
right, but what I'm saying is the only thing you know is how you've been raised. That's how
That's how you
everybody
know.
is. Because that's all you know.
Life is learned. It's learned behavior.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely
Learn
just
behavior.
like everybody, you know, whatever your religion is. Most people are Christian. Why? Because they grew up in a Christian home.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Your mama taught you
If
how
that
she
was-
was raised.
If that was the case, then your message should work with older women.
What
If
do
they
you
don't
mean?
work with older women or younger women, then it ain't.
What you mean?
You saying because you said at the times when you grew up, the message it worked. That's how you was brought up.
Right.
So all women your age should listen.
No,
to
I
what
don't
you're saying.
talk to women like that. Women have a problem. See, this is the problem that most women have. They will have an open conversation with you, and you can talk about anything you want until it's something about what the fuck they doing wrong. I can talk to her any kind of way I want, telling her about somebody else bullshit, and she will listen. But as soon as it comes to her, okay, now this is what I don't like about your ass. Now it's how you said it. It wasn't nothing wrong with how I said it when we were sitting there gossiping about another motherfucker.
don't think that's everybody?
No, it's not everybody.
That's-
That's the new generation shit. That's what I'm saying. It's not the delivery. It's accountability. That's all that when somebody
I
hears
think
something
it's
that
both.
makes them accountable,
It's
now
both.
it's okay. Who you think you're talking to? Type shit. You feel me?
No, because that's just like when you grew up in a two-parent household. Your mom and dad could say the same thing, but when she said it, you listened. Y'all
No,
both
I
said the
listened
same
to
thing.
both of them because when I didn't, I got my
I
ass
I
whipped.
know what Jamel is saying because I always use the analogy. Well, if you say
His answer
if
is
a
abuse.
dude if your guy say go give me some water as opposed to hey babe can you go grab me some water?
It's the same
But that's
thing.
what I'm saying, though. I used to get my ass whooped for my little brother.
So
He
that
used to be doing shit, and I used to get beat because I supposed to knew better. I'm older.
Yeah, no, you
feel what
can't.
I'm
It
saying?
don't happen
I
like
took
that now.
many ass whoopings.
It don't happen like
Many.
that now.
Shit.
Absolutely
Yeah, but
not.
it's different now.
It's very different.
You can't
It's
just
very
say stuff
done.
any type
Don't
of
be
way. and
blaming
like,
me
but I
because
said that. But that's what I said.
You gotta do it another way.
I said, but me and him said the same thing. Why you? No, because when you said it, it sounded like you was telling me something instead of, you know what I'm saying?
like you talking at me instead of to me.
But the thing about it is what I noticed is that people will abuse you, and then when you snap out on their ass, they act like it's your fault. You
Yes,
feel what I'm
you
saying?
know why? Because you didn't nip it in the bud in the beginning.
Well, yeah, but me as a man don't want to be a nagger. I don't want to
It's
keep
not a
checking
nagger.
shit every
It's
time
called-
every time you do some shit I
It's
don't
called
like.
setting
I don't want to
boundaries.
keep doing that
It's
shit.
no medium. That's what it is. If you just said it regular the first time, then cool. But it's either nothing or everything. It's no in between. It's no medium. It's either
I'm
I'm
just
not gonna say
saying.
nothing or I'm gonna snap. It's
Yeah, because I
mean-
feel like you as a grown ass man, when we had conversations and you act like you so fucking smart, then you should know that you fucking me over. You should know what you're doing wrong. So by you not acknowledging the fact that you know you fucking me over, now I'm gonna tell you how the fuck I feel because you know better. Don't act like you don't know. You know what you're doing,
Yeah,
and you
you
know
know
you
what
being
you're
slick.
doing,
You ain't saying shit because you're getting away with the shit.
So that's
But
the
now
same-
when
that's
I
the
say
same-
something, it's oh my god, he went off on me.
I thought it
Listen.
was cool. You ain't saying that. I
That's
thought
the
it was-
same thing when men cheat. Y'all get back in good graces, and then you say, well, I'm going to try a little bit more.
Because you ain't
Then
never-
you get back in
It's
good
the exact
graces, and
same
you
thing.
say,
never
well,
said nothing.
I
I
skipped,
thought it was cool.
and now I'm going to keep
I ain't got
going.
no
You know what I'm
problem.
saying? It's like, okay, now your shit gets set on fire, or your shit get bleached, now you all surprised, like, why you do me
It's
like
the
that?
exact same thing. I thought it was cool. You ain't saying nothing, so I'm like, shit,
Yeah,
I'm
it's the
good.
same thing. So you
So
know,
they walk around thinking it's cool to fuck people over. It's cool, bro. That's fucked up.
that's just what it is.
But then when a motherfucker keep it real, hey, bro, you know, you fucking know better. Now it's, oh, you could have said it better.
No, that's
Well,
why
you could have did it better. You,
You
fucked
gotta,
me over.
you gotta catch the bullshit in
No,
the
I'm with you when
beginning.
you're right.
Like,
I'm with
hey,
you when you're
listen, I saw
I'm
what
with
you
you when
did.
you're right.
I want you to know I saw you. Don't try that shit no more. And then you good. You ain't gotta worry about a
Yeah,
second
now
time.
next time when I bug up, it's
Now you know why.
It's no really.
You know why.
I said it calm. I slid. I acknowledged you, and you want to play, right?
Right.
Motherfucker, you wanna-
This nigga want to give him chance after chance after chance.
Now it's the 800th time and you lose these red eyes.
Right.
Okay, well, shit, we gonna get out of here, Kia, man. It was nice talking to you. I'm
Sure.
glad
Look,
you
I look
made
like a young
time
son.
out your busy day to come to Not the Shop
Oh, my
podcast.
God.
We had a ball, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Tell these people where to reach you at.
So I am on Instagram at KUT25, and that's where you can find me at. Yes.
Hey, we in this bitch, Xena Films, The Surgeons. I am Mac Mall on Instagram.
Money Team Mail, man.
You dig? Not the Shop podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and we on YouTube. Tune in to next time.
For sure that.
100.
Bye.